I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and I'm going to use my wisdom of the Oracle. And this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate. All right. What is Capricorn struggling with? Chopping wood, getting down to business. What do you need to focus on? Happy, happy. And yeah. Future energy is not for you. I feel like you're struggling with trying to get down to work and kind of working on those things that you need to get rid of, working on those things that you need to focus on. I feel like you're unmotivated. What you need to focus on is happy, happy, those things that make you happy. Those things that are in your plus column, right? Those things that you do have going for you. Sometimes when we have trouble getting down to business and getting down to work and actually getting things done, we're so busy thinking about what we don't have and thinking about what's not going for us. We need to focus on what we do have going for us and how we've made so much progress. I feel like in the future you realize what's not for you. There's something that you realize that it's not for you. All right, so let's see what we got going on here with this chopped wood. Okay, so you're holding on to something that is preventing you from changing and moving forward and transformation because we have the Death card. It also could be that maybe there is a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or someone with those qualities that is holding you back, that you have those memories or you have that person or that energy of something that you're holding on to, and that is what is preventing you from moving forward. We have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the Six of Swords. I feel like it's time for you to move on from something, but you're struggling with getting down to business and actually letting things go and making the effort to move forward. What do you need to focus on? The Star, we have Aquarius, we have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like knowing that everything will balance out and that there's always the good and bad in our life, that there's always going to be those challenges, but I feel like you need to focus on like your direction, your guidance, your hope, the positive, again with the Page of Pentacles, focusing on the positive and finding that way to balance different areas of your life. So that maybe you're spending a lot of time focusing on one area of your life and you're disregarding another area of your life. And I feel like you need to find that balance between the two. It could be maybe you're focusing on the negative and that you need to focus more on the positive. We really have to take stock of those things that we're focusing on and recognize, okay, am I spending a lot of time in this negative energy? And right, because with the Death card there, that you're holding on to that. Whoops. Future energies we have not for you. Queen of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Chariot. We have the Cancer sign. I feel like it's like this Page of Wands is looking right at saying, okay, it's not for you that I'm not going to be in that frame of mind, or I'm not going to surround myself with that negative energy anymore. I feel like in the future energy, something comes to light and you figure out that you've got to move on with the Chariot. But I also feel like there is some either communication that you're blocking for some reason. With the Page of Wands kind of at the back of the Queen of Swords, I almost feel like you need to block someone. I kind of feel like the Queen of Swords is representing what's not for you and that person. Somebody who is manipulative and somebody who is controlling. I kind of feel like you're blocking that person. Could be you're blocking that energy. So it could be a person or energy. And you say, okay, I'm blocking this, and then I'm moving forward. I'm moving this way with the Chariot. Lots of different directions here. I feel like going in different directions. I feel like it's almost like you turn your direction, you stop something, and then you move in another direction here. I feel like something comes to light here. All right, so let's get, I'm going to use my Tarot Grand Luxe. Yeah, 10 of Wands, love it. Ace of Wands and the Hierophant. I almost feel like you have that strength and belief in yourself. I feel like maybe you were putting that towards someone else, or you were looking towards someone else for that. And I feel like you don't realize that you're stronger than you actually are, and that you are in control, and it's time for you to drive the chariot. I feel like it's, you come into your own power and you feel that strength and belief in yourself. We also have Taurus, so you kind of have a lot of people going on here. We have Scorpio, we have Aquarius, we have Cancer, we have Taurus. So there's kind of a lot of people, so it could be a people shift for you. It could be that you're kind of changing up the group of people that you have around you. This is something that is definitely weighed very heavy on you, but I love this Ace of Wands here, where it's like you're finally taking action, but you're having that belief in yourself, and you're feeling guided in that direction that you need to go. You know what you need to walk away from, and you know what you need to be focused on. Sitting down and figuring these things out, and kind of seeing the energies that you're focusing on, and seeing that you're holding on to something. Like I feel like this wheel is spinning and spinning and spinning, and it's trying to work to push you forward, but I feel like you're kind of holding it back with a Death card. You're like, no, I'm not ready to move forward. I'm not ready to give up. I'm not ready to move on. And it's almost like once you see, okay, I've got to focus on the positive. I've got to get my direction back, because I feel like you're not sure what direction you need to go on. And like I said, you're spending too much time in one area, so you have to balance that out. For some reason, I'm feeling like my charms. So let's just pull some charms for fun. Happy, look at that. Happy, we got the happy charm. Let's see, we have the hat, so I feel like it's putting that hat on and taking control of a situation. We have the heart, which is love. We have the butterfly, which is transformation. We have the seahorse. The seahorses are very independent, like, and I feel like it's you having that independence for yourself. They do have mates, and but I also feel like seahorses are independent. I feel like they kind of have that small, representing having that small circle of people that are important to you, that you can rely on. Let's see, we have forever. Happy forever, right? How cool is that? We have the bee, which represents abundance and prosperity. And I also feel like bees are independent too. Like they do have their swarm, or their, I'm not sure what it is, you know, that they do have that, but they're also independent. They go out on their own, they find their own flowers, and they bring back the pollen, and they work on those things from themselves, but they also have that they are helping the community. But I just feel like it's something to do with your independence and your strength and your confidence. We have another butterfly, and then we have the bicycle. So I feel like it's pedaling, right? Pedaling the bicycle, it's something that it takes work. If you don't pedal, then you don't go anywhere. And I feel like it's this. If you don't chop wood and you don't see the things that you have to change, then you don't go anywhere. You're just sort of stagnant. But on the bicycle, you have to use the pedal. Sometimes you can pedal faster. Sometimes you're going downhill where, you know, things just seem easy and things are just gliding and moving along. But I feel like you're sort of in that pedal mode right now. And then we have the grapes, which can represent that harvest, right? For that hard work of the pedaling, and then having the harvest of the fruits of your labor, right? Of your hard work. Okay, so let's grab a Star Dragons. Star Dragons. Okay, that one fell out. We have freedom, breaking the chains. What are the chains that you are trying to break free from, right? Chopping wood. So chopping wood to break the chains to set yourself free from whatever this death card represents. Putting something to bed, ending something. Like you're having trouble ending something. You're having trouble moving on from that. What is that? What is that you're having trouble moving on from? Facing that challenge and saying, okay, I'm having trouble because I keep thinking about this, or what are those things that I can do to move on from that? All right, let's get an animal oracle. Wasp spirit, why am I not surprised? Sometimes life stings, without a doubt. Sometimes life stings. We have those challenges. Again, as I said before, it's the challenges that we face that are the most, like, how do you handle that challenge? Do you let it overcome you? Do you let it get to you? Or realizing this is part of life, what can I do to help ease the sting? And I feel like that's what you realize here, and I feel like that's what the two butterflies are, is that transformation within yourself and saying, okay, I'm not going to let this get me down, right? Not for you. I'm not going to let this situation get me down. I'm not going to let this energy get me down, and I'm going to use those tools that I have to move forward. And that realization and that confidence in yourself, right? You taking those actions, not leaving it to someone else. If you have a problem with a situation, it's up to you to take control and for you to move forward and for you to make those changes. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.